All right. Well, welcome back to a special Gobble Gobble version
It's such a great week, right?
of or let me try to move the date around
Oh, okay.
of the Midwest Sports Show.
Yeah, love it. Love that. I love Thanksgiving. I love the Mason. Two great things about Thanksgiving, since you're asking. Mason Day Parade, which don't you watch it? Must see. That's on my bucket list to actually go someday. And then Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the Steve Martin John Candy movie.
Yep.
That's a that's a must see on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah.
For
There you
sure.
go.
Well, Gene,
Yes.
well,
And I give thanks to you.
first of all, my name is Chris Stats.
Okay, I give thanks to Chris Scott.
A Packer, Brewer,
Yeah,
Wisconsin fan,
and
and that's Gene Steichen,
yeah.
a Bears, Bulls, Cubs fan.
Hey, to show you I'm not a. I like the Blackhawks. To show you I'm not a front runner, I'm wearing a Bears or a Cubs, a Bulls.
And
I don't
Gene,
have. I only. I don't. I wear Packers stuff mostly. I have a Bulls uh, jacket that I pulled out. 6-time NBA champ, but I don't see any in the near future.
well,
Yeah, they're
Gene,
a mess.
just like the Pilgrims and the Indians
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
put aside their differences
Right.
and broke bread.
I don't think they did. Did they? Weren't they forced to
Um,
break bread? Probably.
well, I
Were
think
they
they,
enslaved at the time?
I think they came over for dinner, and
Yeah.
a lot of the Pilgrims coughed on them,
Right.
and then that proceeded to wipe the continent
Isn't it? Isn't it?
from the Native American
Yeah.
population.
Christopher Columbus, his reputation's been soiled, has it not?
Well, I mean, you did kind of discover America, though, right?
Well, I think it was already here, wasn't it?
Well, when's the last time anyone talked about Christopher Columbus without talking about how he, enslaved and raped a
Don't they
bunch
have
of?
to change? You can't mention them without saying,
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
how would you feel 500 years ago? Anytime someone said your name. Oh yeah, and
Right.
by the way, he constantly talked about bullshit on his podcast.
yeah.
Not feeling too good, right?
I wonder. He never got to Iowa though. How far did
That's
he
a very to Florida. Did he go to Florida?
Did he?
I think he was looking for the El Dorado, right?
Wow.
I
Hey,
could be
that's
wrong about
mighty
this, but Gene,
impressive. Yes.
this is not Spanish
I
explorer
was trying to learn from you.
apology tour.
But how do you feel about the Mesa Day
And
parade?
by the way, we do have the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Rams behind us.
Yeah.
LA Rams are up 13 nothing
Oh, they are?
right
Oh,
now
yeah.
as we speak.
Wow. Yeah, they're in LA. LA, it's a tough place to drive, but this week's not good. It's better just to either walk or if you can take a train or a helicopter. Yeah, that's it.
All right, there. Well, that's a traffic report
Oh,
from
and
Gene.
also we're talking about this Kansas City Chiefs. I'm all in. I want the Packers to win. If the Packers can't win the Super Bowl, I want the Bears to win the Super. Don't you want the Bears to win the Super Bowl? Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, Gene, we'll talk about the Bears.
Oh, okay. But
talk
then
about
if
the
they can't-
Packers?
and the Chiefs. I would like to see the Chiefs win too,
Well, Gene, we'll talk about all that. All those teams
Okay.
are very deserving.
and the Browns, but they're not gonna
Well, Gene, this isn't college football
win.
where
Yeah.
there's 18 bowl
Oh,
games. There's only
speaking
one
of-
bowl game. By the
Yeah.
way, they should call it the Lombardi Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, or how about this? How about
What?
the Bart? No, the Aaron Rodgers Bowl. How about that?
Yeah. Would you trade Patrick Mahomes for Aaron Rodgers? now?
At this point, sure,
Yeah.
why not?
Really?
Well, he's what? He's under 23 years old,
If-
and he's probably listen. He's
Oh.
if he like has a head right, if he has his head right,
Yeah.
he can do
He's a
everything
good
Aaron
young
Rodgers
man.
can do if he can just learn the game.
He went to Texas
He'll be
Tech,
good.
so my niece was there when he was there actually.
No,
Yeah.
he just
Oh, yeah.
they just threw a touchdown.
There they go.
So,
Chiefs,
there you go.
Chiefs have. It's been too long for them.
But
so.
Gene, we'll talk about all of the
Oh, I
NFL
see. All right.
news of the past week, including the playoff picture,
Right.
which is getting hot.
Yes.
It's getting hot, Gene.
And also the Big Ten because Michigan plays Ohio State this week, and Iowa beat Illinois. That's all you need to know about college football.
Yep, that's
Okay.
all you need to know.
Yeah.
Oh, also they don't get paid.
Oh, that's okay.
There you
They
go.
get a
Did
buffet.
you know that?
They
Did
get a
anyone
great-
know that?
Okay, if you go to University of Iowa, look at you're
Yeah.
a Hawkeye for life, and you're getting a wonderful
Hey,
education.
you're
and
getting
a
paid
buffet.
with joy.
Yes. Well,
And
you can't put a price tag on being a lifelong Hawkeye. I'm glad they didn't. I went into great debt to be a Hawkeye for life.
And if you're a young African American player and you're happening to get a Mountain Dew at 2 a.m. at the 7-Eleven,
yeah.
Or what is it? Quick Trip? They got Quick Trip down there.
Yes, they do. Hey, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
you know,
we have Quick Trip.
Don't talk back to any cops because they fire first. Ask questions later, right, Jen?
Yeah. Well, one Iowa football player this year, he got arrested because he thought he was getting into Uber and he got in the back of a cop car. But yeah, we do have Quick Trip. That's our big thing, and Casey's too. We have Casey's.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Gene, we're and listen, Gene. As I alluded to earlier, I am a Packers fan. You're a Bears fan.
I'm a Packers owner.
Well, you happen to own part of the other team.
But I do like the Bears. I really want them to play.
You're agnostic you're from Iowa, so you're kind of agnostic when it comes to.
Yeah. I do like the Packers a lot. I also do like.
Well, convenient for you, Gene. Iowa doesn't have a professional team, so you have a lot to choose from.
But I don't like the Vikings.
I'm sure if the Detroit Lions were succeeding, you'd be wearing a Barry Sanders jersey right now.
I won't stand for the Vikings or the Bears or the Lions.
A little bit too far north.
No, but if the Vikings won the Super Bowl, I'd be happy for them. They've been tortured enough. Okay, so yeah, so if the Packers can't win, I want the Bears to win first, and then maybe the Vikings, and then the Chiefs.
Right, well, Gene, I asked you to prepare this list because everyone really cares about who you hope to win the Super Bowl.
My bad.
In categorical order.
All right, I'll step away now.
All right, well, Gene, we're gonna start. And listen, Gene, again. Yeah. I know a lot of Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
A lot of Schadenfreude out there. Right. And, hey, listen, I'll be the first to admit I talk a big game.
You do talk a big game.
About the Green Bay Packers, and I'm the first to, do some hyperbole.
Listen.
And, way too happy to, celebrate their marginal victories.
But when that game Thursday when they played Seattle, that game made me sad because it really is apparent it's probably the end of the Mike McCarthy era.
Well, Gene, let me just say this.
Okay.
I am not going to shy away.
Oh, you're not.
From discussing this game.
Oh.
And I will.
I see you put it right on top.
We're going to dig deep. And if you hate the Packers, Gene.
Right.
I understand. I don't. My personal feelings are less important than ratings.
Well, I'll tell you.
And I know there's a lot of Midwest sports fans that hate the Packers.
Oh.
And they want to hear me be miserable. Well.
Yeah.
Are you happy, folks?
Is it you miserable?
Are you happy that this guy right here, your host of the Midwest Sports Show, your favorite podcast, is feeling miserable?
Right.
And has to listen to these goddamn sports podcasts the next day on Monday.
Oh, my God.
And keep on hearing people, what's wrong with the Packers? Something's wrong with the Packers. There's a lot of disconnect between Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy. Something's wrong with the Packers.
Yeah.
Listen to Bill Simmons, who doesn't even watch the NFC, doesn't know anything about the NFC. Make wild assumptions on this team.
Right.
You think I enjoy that?
I don't think you do. Oh, that's still you're still in your rhetorical phase? Okay, I'll back away.
Gene, I don't know if you heard this and listen, maybe I'm a little bit too focused on Bill Simmons.
Right.
But he's the only thing I got at this point in my life.
Yeah.
He was saying, there's some chatter that maybe Aaron Rodgers isn't the greatest quarterback of all time anymore.
Oh.
And I'm like, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, I say this into my computer speakers. Bill.
This is straight out to Bill Simmons.
Yeah. Is it a two-way street?
There's no filter. Hey, listen, this can go directly to Bill Simmons. All he has to do is listen. So you're not filtering this. There's no editing. I'm here. I would know if he's editing.
Bill, I'll wrap it up pretty quick. This is going too long.
No, go ahead.
I say, Bill, who exactly is saying this stuff? Who's saying that Aaron Rodgers is not the greatest quarterback of all time? Is it Hench? Is it Hench and his crazy tweets?
How inside are you gonna
go?
Is
that?
Wow.
That's his buddy. He does he does Tim Allen's show. He runs that show.
Yeah, but I know who. Of course, I know who Hench.
So Bill, all right, Bill. How about Mike Lombardi? Is he?
Mike Lombardi. He went on.
Is he saying Aaron Rodgers isn't good anymore? I mean, I don't listen to that. I don't listen to trash.
Well,
I don't listen to audible trash.
Mike Lombardi did go on Chicago radio this week and continue his onslaught of.
Did he face the callers? Did he take some
No
calls?
callers. He's just the host who are like.
See,
what?
Gene.
Yes.
That's where we differentiate. I'm willing to face the music,
so if
as it
Bill
were.
Simmons calls in, you're here for him, right?
Well, I just wish I could go on his goddamn show and be like, well, listen, Bill. You know, we don't have a team that cheats, every single week.
Wow.
Because listen, it was a
cheating.
while ago, but like, listen, they were
Right,
definitely
right.
something happened during that Packers game where that something was not going right. But Gene,
Oh.
I'm not trying
But
to look.
did you come to terms where I miss Mike McCarthy? He could have won. Are you coming to terms that this is it for him?
Yeah, Gene, I've given this guy way too many chances, and I've defended this guy for a long time. Because again, I keep on pointing to this. He beat Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and the Patriots in Boston, in New York, or I'm sorry, New England, like 2 or 3 years ago in 2014.
Oh my gosh! But you just can't. It's just getting because we're getting to kind of crunch time. With
Well,
Aaron
I'll tell you
Rodgers,
what, Gene.
right?
Good coaches win that game. That's what I'm saying. Good coaches win these games.
Were you really upset with everyone points out the fourth down? Which
All right,
was,
well, we will get to that.
I see. What am
But
I
Gene,
saying?
let's go
Yeah.
beat by beat here, Gene.
Okay.
I was very, again, we were talking about this on the show. I was dreading this game. I
Yeah,
was
it was a
like,
tough
not
one.
good. It's Thursday game.
Right.
They got to fly all the way over to Seattle, which is
Seattle's
super
not
super
easy.
far. It's long. It's not to California. It's way further.
California's easier to get to.
Look up the Pagariga theorem. Pagarithium?
The Packers.
Pagarithium. Again, one of those words you
Pagarithium
never
form.
actually say, but
Right.
exactly. So, but Gene,
Yeah.
the very first play from scrimmage that Seattle Seattle
Right.
Seahawks, fumbles the ball. Green Bay gets it, and wow, Gene, something actually happening. Something fortunate happening to the Green Bay Packers. About goddamn time.
And by the way, not saying it's over. They could still win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. So they just pretty much have to win out or whatever.
Oh.
And it's looking good in the very beginning.
But you can't
And
win out if you don't win.
I'll tell you what, Gene,
Like,
I think Aaron Rodgers gets a little tired of this Patrick Mahomes talk.
right.
Patrick Mahomes is the face of the future and all that stuff. Because, dude, some of these throws Aaron Rodgers was making off the charts.
Right.
Off the charts.
Yeah.
And every time you see this guy, and I hope everyone in
it's
prime
just
time
amazing.
realizes
Amazing.
how great
Yeah.
this guy actually is.
Yeah.
And maybe Hench. I don't know. Maybe Hench was
Back to Hinch.
writing jokes
Back
for
to another-
Tim Allen. I don't know.
Yeah. Last man standing.
I don't know, Hench. Maybe you're busy instead of watching Aaron Rodgers orchestrate a
You better
symphony.
Are you hoping or not hoping this
I
gets
don't know.
directly to Hinch?
I'll
or
have
Bill
to.
Simmons?
Maybe he'll help me write for that show.
Okay.
I'll write for Tim Allen. No
Okay,
problem.
I see.
And then, Gene, I don't think we've talked about this, but these State Farm
Yes,
Aaron Rodgers commercials,
they're all over the place.
they are terrible.
Oh, why?
The-
Bad
the-
acting?
Yeah, the one where he's got a pompous a-hole, the agent.
Yeah.
But by the way, what do you think Aaron Rodgers' agent
Right.
feels about this? Do you think he's an a-hole? Do you think he's an a-hole in
I
real
don't
life?
know. Do you? Yeah, they're not very funny either. He's just
Yeah, like
standing
what's
there.
the point? It's
Yeah.
like you got this a-hole Hollywood agent, and then you got this poor State Farm agent.
Right.
By the way, what's the difference? They're both taking 10%. What's the difference?
Yeah.
And the one about the bathroom,
Right.
where the guy like talks about like he set the bathroom on fire. I mean, Gene,
Yeah.
we're
Right here for you.
Were these commercials written by a Vikings fan or what?
Yeah.
I mean,
don't know.
did they purposely make these commercials that make Aaron Rodgers look like a fool?
I don't like them. I love Aaron Rodgers, but I don't like the commercials all that much. Either.
Well,
I
I'll
think
tell you
they're
what,
boring,
the
actually.
Bose commercials
Right.
where he's walking around with the headphones, that nice music
yeah,
from
right,
the 60s
right.
or 50s or whatever, and then this cute little girl, kind of a little weird though, right? The little girl
Yeah.
that he's just focused on this little girl. I don't know. I mean, maybe it should be Danica Patrick or something. Or I
Right.
don't know. Something.
Who's not?
It's kinda weird,
Who's very diminutive.
Or masculine. I think that's the word
Yeah.
you're trying to say.
Oh, there
so.
I go. Yeah.
All right, and then Gene, of course,
So great
the
start.
Packers,
For the Packers.
great
Yeah.
start, but of
Yeah.
course, nothing really happens. No more that much offense. And Seattle slowly climbs back, makes adjustments. It's always the other team that makes adjustments, but not the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers defense playing very well, but I think what happens is that just these 3 and outs, nothing that happens on the offense, and they just get exhausted at the end. Seattle takes the lead. Aaron Rodgers has 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. Throws a bad throw on 3rd and 2. He says the ball stuck to his hand.
I see. The old ball stuck to my hand.
I mean,
excuse.
can we go back and look at where he got that ball from? Was it from the Seattle side
Oh, I see.
of the sidelines?
Right.
And was someone using some stickum
Right.
on the ball? We talk about Deflategate, Gene.
Yeah.
How about Stickumgate?
I don't know. Yeah. Are you going to go that far?
How about
Blame Mike McCarthy's downfall on?
is there some Stickum collusion?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And they do not go for it on 4th and 2 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
That
1
one
minute.
I knew. Well, what about before that happened? They had the replay. They didn't challenge.
Well, Gene, I tell you what. I saw the replay 5 times. I thought he caught it.
I did too.
And then they finally showed one
right.
angle, and he was clearly moving around. But it's like, why did Mike McCarthy? It's like, hey, Mike McCarthy's not looking at a TV screen.
I know.
It's like he's got people up there, and again, even the people in the booth were saying, hey, that looks like a catch.
Yeah. Hey, but
so I had no problem with that.
This is the problem with 4th and 2. See if you're right. See if you're right.
What?
Why they should have went for it.
Well, all right. So my thing is, at the time,
yeah.
I was like, all right, okay, the defense is playing pretty well. But on the other hand, Seattle was like basically rolling through the defense at that point.
The last
so
two
I mean, you're basically counting on them to do a bunch of sacks and stuff, right?
They couldn't stop Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. So why are you trusting your defense?
Well,
and then Mike McCarthy,
yeah,
he's saying the numbers say to punt the ball.
What numbers? What? You're the number.
You're the number. This is the first time you've ever talked about numbers?
Right. And
all of a sudden you're a numbers guy?
Okay. Yeah, Mike. As an owner, these are the things that are going to factor in my decision when it comes to overhaul the coaching staff.
Go back and listen to the radio chatter. Was anyone talking about numbers?
Yeah. Right. But how about that?
No numbers, Gene.
All right, no numbers. But, okay, they're down by 3, correct? They're down by 3.
Right, 4th and 2, yes.
So,
okay, and they're at the 35, right? But they have to make a stop anyways. So,
yeah.
And if they score 3 points,
that's right.
You still have to get a touchdown, right?
So, okay, even if you go for 4th and 2 and you don't make it, then all you have to do is hold Seattle to a field goal anyway, and you get the ball back or whatever, and you're still.
Or you let them score and they do an onside kick or something like that. So
but you knew when he went for it or when they punted. I wonder why Aaron Rodgers just didn't stay on the field. I'm not.
Well, you could see his body language. He's just like, oh my god.
Because there's nothing more I mean, between the Rams game where he didn't get a chance to have the ball at the end of the game, and this game where he didn't get the ball at the end, that's not good.
How about you give the ball to your best player and let him play? And if you lose with giving the ball to Aaron Rodgers, you lose. And so
he would have made a play
defense.
on 4th down. He would have rolled out and he would either ran or he would have.
Or how about hand it off to your goddamn running back?
Yeah,
I don't know, anything. So.
Oh, that was sad. But that's gonna be his downfall. That play, right?
Well.
I mean, I have not heard. Now everybody says, "Oh, he's done now."
I think
if
the only thing
if they don't make the playoffs.
Well, I think the only thing that keeps his job is if he wins the Super Bowl. I think that's basically all he had. I mean, if he gets blown out, because we'll talk about this in a second here, but if they have a chance to make the playoffs, if he gets blown out, like in a playoff game, I think he still gets fired. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
I just think people are because they see the clock ticking on Aaron Rodgers.
Right. I mean, listen, we've had this guy. We got one Super Bowl. That's great.
Yeah, great. But that was 2010.
But we need to make a change here. Yeah. We don't have a lot of years left. So
hopefully Aaron Rodgers. The good
let's
thing
roll
is
the dice and
he's really seems enthused about keep playing.
So 2 options for me, Gene. Here.
Yes. All right.
Either we hire the offensive coordinator for the Rams. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
But
It's Sean McVay.
It's Sean McVay's protege, right? I mean, I'm sure
it's Sean McVay.
Isn't someone helping him?
I don't
Someone's
think
got to
so.
help him, right?
I would be very careful.
Who's the
about
guy?
that one.
Who's the guy with the thing? But anyways, hire him.
Or
One of the, not Sean McVay, obviously, but one of
No.
his guys.
Steve Sarkisian?
No, that's
No.
he's doing it for the Raiders. Or I'm sorry
No,
for
he's with
yeah,
Atlanta. And he's terrible.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
There you go.
how about I know who you're
But-
gonna say. I know who you're gonna say.
Well, here
Yep. I agree with
here
you.
is my theory. This is what I'm going to predict. This is going to
Okay.
happen. Bill Belichick
No.
Is-
oh,
is going to retire
right.
this year, and why do I think that?
Why?
Because what's the name? Josh McDaniels or whatever.
Yeah.
He gave up being a head coach to come back and be an offensive coordinator. He did not do that to be an offensive coordinator for 2 or 3 years. He did that because they told him Bill's going to be here for one more year. Brady
I don't
has got
think
maybe
so.
one good year left.
I don't think so.
And Bill is going to retire.
Yeah.
The only way, the only team, the only player
Yeah.
that has Bill come back out of retirement or actually coach for another team, another player, is Green Bay Packers
Yeah.
and Aaron Rodgers. So
Well,
I think we got a good shot to actually get Bill Belichick.
Uh,
We win 4 Super Bowls. in a row.
Wouldn't that be great? But I think I have an answer for
That's
you.
the ideal situation,
I think
but
I
it
have
could
an
happen.
answer for you that occurred to me. Bruce Arians. What about him?
Well, he's already said he'd only coach for the Browns, right?
He'd coach for the Packers.
But what? I mean, what did he do, right?
I
What was
know.
He's
Yeah.
done shit.
People love him, but you're right. Yeah. I don't know. But you'd take him, wouldn't you?
I mean,
don't know.
was he the coach when he brought? No, because it was Weisenhunt, right? That took him to the Super Bowl when they played the
Yeah.
Steelers.
I think Bruce Arians.
But he was the
Oh.
coach for the Steelers, though, right? Wasn't not the head coach, obviously,
Yeah.
but Bruce Arians was a part of that, I think.
Maybe.
If you're wrong.
Okay, I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll talk
All
about.
right, so it's either going to be Belichick or Bruce Arians, I say, or an
Let's go young.
assistant.
Let's go
Sean
young.
McVay calls the plays, I think, still doesn't he? I don't
There's
know.
got to be someone that does that.
Matt Nagy, get him out of Chicago.
Who's ever cutting the film for them?
Hey, Matt Patricia. Woof.
We're all right on that.
Yeah.
Well, Gene, I'll tell you what, though. All the teams that the Green Bay needed to lose
Right.
lost this week,
Yeah.
including Carolina at Detroit.
I did watch. I watched the end of that. Did you see the last play? I was
I
okay
did.
with them
Well,
going
the 2
for
point
it.
conversion.
Yeah, but Cam.
Well, you
didn't
got to
make-
go for it. Listen, you're on the road.
Yeah, and they already
gotta go
missed-
for it, right?
I think their kicker missed an extra point, but Cam, he didn't make a very. He
made a bad
overthrew
throw.
the guy.
Yep,
Yeah.
he made a bad throw.
Yeah.
Of course, Gene, there's some drama going around this game with Matt Patricia. Gene, a lot of bad energy coming from Matt
He's
Patricia.
terrible. I'm so thankful he doesn't coach in Chicago.
He took some criticism for having the Lions practice outdoors in the snow.
Yeah.
And today he began his press conference by hitting back at his critics.
Again?
Had him
He
play out in the
spends a lot
snow.
of time. What did he say?
Well, Gene, he said there's a lot of a lot of coaches in the room talking to
Oh,
the
my
reporters.
God.
Got a lot of respect for reporters, apparently.
He's
Yeah, I
remembered.
think he might have been a journalism
Wow.
major
Yeah.
in college.
Mm.
Him and Donald Trump would get along
Right.
really
right.
well. Well, practicing outdoors in the snow, Gene. Not bad. I mean, they got to toughen these guys up, right?
Right.
Make them
Yeah,
play in the elements.
Sure. Why not?
For that big game.
Yeah, it worked. Why not?
For that big game in. Well, Gene, they're playing indoors for the next 4 games in a row.
I know.
So, are half of these guys even going to be on the team
Yeah.
when
I
they
don't
actually
think
play
so.
outdoors again? By the way,
Yeah.
Gene, what's going on with football when a team is playing indoors for 4 games in a row? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know. Not the football I grew up with.
This
but
ain't-
I don't want to say anything.
This ain't exactly Ray Nishke.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Well.
there's a blasphemy. I'll just tell you this. I'm glad Matt Patricia. I do not like the way he treats people so terribly. How about endearing yourself? The reporters, they're trying to build your brand.
Well, he
I
acts
mean,
like he's won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, and
All
it's like those reporters, they don't want you to lose. The beat reporters, they're fans too. They got to report on the team, but they're not out there hoping you lose. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're going to have a job way longer than you, Matt. So,
just the way you can't do that. You got to treat people.
how about
better.
this, Gene? It doesn't end there. Former Bills quarterback Nathan Peterman, who got released by the Bills,
Yeah,
worked out for the Lions, per
that's
source.
amazing.
His first workout since becoming a free agent.
It should be his last. They should.
What I mean, what is Matt Patricia thinking here? Are they gonna get rid of Golden Tate, bring in Nathan Peterman?
Makes no sense.
Is that the plan?
Detroit's a disaster. I don't care if they won yesterday or if they beat the Bears Thursday. They're a disaster. They're a couple years away from having to blow it up again. I bet.
They need a different quarterback. All right, and then really quick, Gene, we missed this, but Jimmy Graham broke his thumb on that Packers game. I don't want to see any of these injury films, but they say he's going to try to play next week. I mean, okay, wow. I mean, let's okay. You're a warrior, buddy. You're a hero, but you got a broken thumb, all right? Let's heal up. Let's be ready for the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, they need him. That's gonna be. I think going to make. Gosh, I can't imagine the four road games they've had. That's gotta be the 4 hardest road games anyone's ever had. But you gotta win once in a while.
Yep. Sure do. All right, Gene, and then let's talk about Minnesota, Chicago.
Full disclosure, I didn't see one play of this game because I was at a musical last night.
Oh yeah.
I took my friend Mimi, who I used to go out with, but I took her to A Bronx Tale, based on the movie. Chaz Palminteri, he did the musical too, but it was at the Pantages. So it was so great. So I didn't see any of the.
So you said no to Trubisky and yes to Mimi.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Oh, I love. Don't you love musicals?
No, yeah, sure. I love interdivisional football contests. That's what I love.
My series, because I go to a lot of shows, but it's usually on Sundays, so I miss a lot of the NFL action. I love the NFL, but I like going to musicals. That's
well, Gene, you like the ladies. You like the ladies, so there.
Yeah.
And Gene, we'll kind of slow walk this. We'll go bit by bit because I know the Bears fans don't get a lot of.
They're good.
A lot of enjoyment, Bears, so they want to tease this.
The excitement level, I listen to live Chicago sports radio. The excitement level is so high. And Matt Nagy, he's the opposite of Matt Patricia. He treats the media well. I mean, he doesn't belittle. I can belittle you when you deserve it, but that's not being mean. That's just being realistic. But Matt, the things in Chicago are very exciting.
Yep. Well, I think you got a reason for that.
And I've been to a lot of Bear games. I haven't been to one this year, though.
But, Gene, the biggest story, forget Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
The biggest story is the kicker.
Oh, Corey Parker. Yeah.
So much that they reported on the pregame show that helicopters were swirling around the stadium to watch him practice because practice was shut down.
That was
to the media.
Yeah, I think last Wednesday night or Wednesday or Thursday night, he was in the stadium. And ABC 7, the local, they were there. And then Bears said, nope, can't hear it. No way.
So they got the Delta Force 3000 helicopter going?
Over Soldier Field.
Well, let me tell you something. This seems like it was a huge story in Chicago.
Yeah, it was.
Let me tell you, way to cope. Way to cope, Chicago. way to blow this up.
Chicago's a great city. They're excited. They want the kicker not to miss all the time.
He had a pretty good game, right? He did not park
Yeah, I think he kicked.
He didn't miss anything, right?
No, he didn't miss anything.
I'll tell you what, though. These are dangerous seeds you guys are planning. This is I can see this blowing up in the playoffs.
Really?
And this guy's got like a 30-yard field goal. Mark my words. And he shanks it.
They're paying him a lot of money.
Or maybe he hears the sound of a helicopter blade going by. And when he's about to kick that field goal, game-winning field goal.
When you've been bad for a long time and you're good and you're up and coming, that's the most.
You have all that joy to release.
Yeah, the same thing when the Cubs got good or the Brewers this year. When you're up and coming and you're finally good, that's the most exciting time to be a fan. Yep. That's awesome.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Well, he did. He made his first field goal. He made actually all the field goal. And Gene, Mitchie T.
Yeah, Trubisky.
Mitchie T making plays.
Yeah, he wasn't
looking
great,
good,
but he was okay. Yeah, the defense was really good.
He looked pretty good in the first half. And then,
he threw
I guess
2 interceptions. But
all right, well, I had company over, so I was kind of watching all this
company stuff. Being your weed dealer.
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay.
And then Kirk Cousins, Gene.
Oh.
Kirk Cousins missing a lot of big throws.
I don't
know.
lot
of big throws.
Do you think there's some the Vikings are like, oops, what the hell have
Well,
we done?
they guaranteed this guy's $80 million contract, and
Yeah.
they got rid of Case Keenum. What's the difference between this and Case Keenum?
I don't know. I don't see. Yeah, this
Why don't
is.
you pay Case Keenum $12 million or whatever the going rate is, 15?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're locked into him. They are. I like Kirk Cousins. He's quirky, so that's why I like him. But I don't know. We'll see.
He's just not. I mean, he's competent, but he's not. I mean, he's not doing anything special.
He's not doing anything special. You're
In
right.
fact, he throws interceptions.
Yep.
He threw 2 interceptions, including a pick 6. In fact, there was a video of him earlier doing a pep talk, telling his teammates, "They're not the reason." He's talking about the Bears, obviously. They're not the reason the game moved to primetime. We are.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Well, Kirk.
I don't know. That might be a little ambitious.
If that's the case, someone made a huge mistake, Kirk.
Yeah, right. A little ambitious, Kirk. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, he believes in the power of prayer.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what, Gene, the Bears D looks ferocious.
Wow, they're good.
Including causing a couple of fumbles and Khalil Mack picking one up.
Did you see the one where I saw the replay, but when he just knocked the guy over with one arm, the tackle, and then he crushed the quarterback? He's really good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the fans. I'm telling you, the fans are they're excited. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Matt Nagy, if you see his play sheet.
Yeah.
You got the plays and he laminated, paper and all that stuff. He's got a big square that says in capital letters, B-U. 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 Don't forget to B-U, Gene.
I didn't know that.
When you're calling plays. B-U.
Oh, okay. B-U? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know he did that. Well, it's pretty inspiring. He still calls the plays. He's got an offensive mind, and he's lucky because their defensive coordinators. He's so legendary that he can just leave the defense alone. Yeah, they got something going there. Very special.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. The Bears are fun.
They are.
They're fun to watch.
They haven't had a team like this for a long. Because
the defense is very good too.
Defense is great, and the offense is. Yeah, they're really fun. Yep. Good way to describe it. Very fun.
All right. Well, there you go. And we got, as we said before. Well, let's talk about this game really quick, and then we'll talk about the playoffs here. But of course, we got this game behind us, Kansas City at Los Angeles Rams.
I would like the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
Is it 14-16 now?
Yeah, I would like to see them. If the Bears can't win or the Packers can't win, I think Chiefs are my number 3 pick. Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, this game was going to be in Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Right.
But the field, I guess, which had a bunch of soccer games and a bunch of other stuff, concerts and all this stuff.
How did they just not have that ready? That's amazing.
There's a bunch of drama going on if they would play the game or not, and they decided to pull the game.
Right.
And have it in Los Angeles last minute.
That is really
well, yeah. I mean, don't you like having these contracts saying, "Hey, there's gonna be no events"?
Yeah.
Like for a week beforehand.
Yeah,
or something?
Whole world's gonna be Well, not the. I shouldn't be so arrogant.
Oh my God!
A lot of North America is gonna be watching this game. It's gonna be probably the highest rated game of the year. The spotlight's gonna be on you. It's good for your country. Everything. How about having the field ready?
Yeah, and people are gonna be slopping around.
Yeah,
slopping around.
Hate to call someone out on that Thanksgiving
Gee,
week.
The field, the playing field in Mexico.
Yeah.
I thought these people were good at lawn care.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was their thing.
I don't. Okay.
I thought that was their specialty. They're good.
You go ahead.
Good with lawn care.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
No.
What else?
No.
Yeah. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe they're so focused because the El Chapo trial started in New York. Maybe people are distracted
trying to
by
avoid
that.
the bullets.
Yeah.
All right. And then, Gene, this is not really directly to the Midwest, but of course, Alex Smith
I've
had
managed to avoid it so far.
Broke 2 bones in his lower leg. I did not watch this.
Did you see a replay or anything?
No, I don't watch these replays anymore.
But
I'm done with these gruesome replays.
Luckily, they're not. I don't. I've avoided everything, and hopefully, I'll never see it because
I watch enough of gruesome replays.
Yeah, there's some tough ones, and. That's rough. That's rough
pretty bad. And then here's kind of an interesting. This is sadly interesting. 33 years to the day of Joe Theismann injury. Another Redskins quarterback
yep.
at the same 40-yard line.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Very bizarre.
Wow.
Very
and
bizarre.
He was playing. Joe Theismann was playing the Niners, I think. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
It was a Monday Night Football game, I think.
Who was
Or
the
maybe
Redskins playing?
No, they're playing the Giants. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, it was Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, what am I thinking?
Yeah, it was Lawrence Taylor and
Yeah.
someone. So very weird. If only someone would have warned him, right? Be
Yeah.
like, hey, Alex. By the way, Joe Theismann's gruesome injury happened 33 years ago.
Right.
Maybe he should not play.
And
maybe
Joe
not play
Theismann
it.
was at the game yesterday. Well, I think he does a.
Joe Theismann never played again, right? After that.
No, I think he tried to come back, but it wasn't. But
they made advancements.
In
surgery,
but
right?
It's still wow, woof.
Yeah,
Oh,
not good.
Not good.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, but that kind of opens up the playoffs quite a bit.
I know,
so
because they're 6-4.
So yeah, because who is Colt McCoy is their backup,
my
and then they're talking about
gosh.
bringing in Mark Sanchez.
They did.
And again, listen, I was a Colin Kaepernick critic early on, but I mean, it's getting a little ridiculous that
Wow. Now
Mark Sanchez is almost 40 years old, right?
Right. Well, no, he's not that old.
I mean, he's over 30. He's over 35, right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Colin Kaepernick's
yeah.
also over 30, but I
Yeah.
mean, what more can you say, right?
No, you're on.
What? He hasn't played football for 2 years, so we're worried he's going to tear his ACL?
Yep.
I mean, that's your only defense, I guess, right?
Yep.
All right. So, speaking about the playoffs, again, all the teams lost that the Packers needed to lose.
So Packers still got a chance. They got to start.
Including-
They got to win. If they could just win one of these.
They haven't won a road game all year.
Yeah, 0-5. If they couldn't, now they go to Minnesota, which, gosh, that's going to be tough. I'm telling you, that's going to be a hard game.
Well, let's see
The
here.
good thing they have going for them, though, is Minnesota has Kirk Cousins, and I don't have a lot of faith in him right now. So, yeah.
Well, speaking of all the teams that lost, the Panthers lost because you got to figure the Saints are going to win the South, right?
Right,
The
for
Panthers
sure.
lost.
Yeah,
The Vikings lost.
yeah.
All right, so they're 4-5-4-1. Packers are what 4-5-1.
Yeah.
Seahawks won, but that's still whatever. Cowboys, you got to think maybe the Cowboys are going to win the
Cowboys are
division
5 and
now.
5. Yeah.
4
could
and
be.
yeah, the Cowboys are 5-5. Falcons
Oh,
are
yeah.
4-6. They lost.
Yeah, because someone's got to win the Cowboys division. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to think maybe the Redskins are going to fade. Detroit, they won. They beat the Carolina, but Detroit's probably out of it. I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to run the table here. And then again, the Eagles lost. And Giants, the Giants aren't going to win out like Odell Beckham says. So, and then the Packers of all the teams of the Bears and the Vikings, the Packers have the easiest schedule.
Yeah.
So there you go.
They just got to win at Minnesota. Just please do that.
One
Just
game
do
at a time.
Just do that. I usually it's not one game at a time, but this time just do one. Do that one.
And then how about the Bears? How confident are you about the
Yeah,
Bears?
they're good. They're gonna. I think they'll win at Detroit, and then they still play the Rams, and they have to play the Vikings again. They go and they play the Packers. No, I think the Bears are good. I think they're good, and B. Yeah.
All right, so they play the Lions again.
Yeah.
Let me bring this home to you. At the Lions again. At the Giants, that's gonna be a tough game. Giants got some
Yeah.
pep in their step.
Yeah.
Okay, well add Lions. Okay, so wait, add Lions.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's the Thursday night. That's a Thanksgiving game,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Thanksgiving.
in the morning here.
All right, that's gonna
Yep.
be tough.
Yep.
So you could lose that.
Right.
Add Giants again. They're not a pushover anymore. Versus the Rams. Good God.
Yeah, that's Sunday Night Football.
That's in Chicago.
Yeah, Sunday Night
So
Football.
I think maybe the Rams play on real turf as well.
Yeah.
So versus Packers.
Yeah.
49ers, they may be done by
In
that
San
time. And
Francisco.
Vikings, Gene, you're gonna be lucky to win 2 games
Yeah, but
right there.
I think they'll get to 10, and 10's you're in. But I think they can win the division. I do. They're good. They're pretty good. They got,
All right, we'll see.
we'll
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch. 'em.
I'm just concerned. I want them to beat Detroit for sure, and then I want the Packers. Maybe some. I don't. The Packers win at Minnesota's hard, so please do that. Mike McCarthy,
All right.
coaching
We'll
for
see.
life. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Packers should have won that first game in Green
Yeah.
Bay, and they
Ooh.
tied. So,
Yeah.
But they're gonna basically have to beat the.
Oh, I
the
missed that
Vikings.
one too. I was at a musical that day as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Jim, why do you co-host a sports show? You don't seem like you actually watch sports.
I do. I watch. I follow. I listen to Bill Simmons.
Okay, all right, you catch up.
Yeah.
Bill Simmons is like Fox News, Gene. It
Right,
rots your brain.
Yeah.
It rots your brain.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then, Gene, it's MLB award
Oh,
season.
congratulations to Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich.
Awesome. Javi was second.
As you said, MVP.
Great for him. But Christian Yelich, he was MVP for sure.
Yep. So there you go. Nice to have a Brewer be the MVP. Would have been nice to have a. Nice for him to be the MVP of the NLCS, huh? Instead of the regular season.
He wasn't very good in that one.
If that one guy Johnson or what's his name Thomas or Chris Thomas or what's his name, if he hadn't made that catch in the outfield,
oh right,
totally different.
Yeah.
And then Craig Counsell was runner-up for Manager of the Year.
Oh,
The Atlanta Braves manager got.
That sucks. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you didn't
How did I miss that?
The Brewers took the Dodgers to 7 games. Atlanta only won 1 game in their series.
That's okay.
And by the way, the NL East was it was garbage, right?
Yeah,
it was garbage.
Bad. Yeah.
The NL Central was the best division in the league.
Yeah, probably in baseball. I mean, overall, because
baseball.
Everybody was pretty good. Yeah, okay, that's not right. Okay, I disagree.
It's that East Coast bias.
If I had voted, it would have been Craig Counsell. Yep, I put my bias aside. Yeah.
Well, it's Wisconsin, Gene. It's the Midwest. It's not even Wisconsin. We're all in this together. No one respects the Midwest.
I'll take Bernie the Brewer over the Philly Fanatic any day.
Yeah, what is the Philly Fanatic? More like Philly the Crackhead.
Right.
That's not fanaticism. That's cocaine addiction.
Who knows under that cotton? See, Bernie the Brewer, he drinks beer. Yes, we've established that. But who knows what the Philly Fanatic's doing?
Yeah, he's got that big nose.
Yeah.
How do you think he got that big nose? It wasn't through gardening.
Okay. All righty.
It wasn't through pottery class. All right, there you go. All right, guys, that's all. Gene, did you have anything?
Yeah, my mom. I got my mom tickets to see Wayne Newton.
What are you doing?
Wayne Newton was in Dubuque Saturday, and she loved him. So thanks, Wayne, for coming to our hometown.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Gene?
I'm going to watch a Macy's Day Parade, and then I'm going to watch the Bears and the Macy's Day Parade. And
is Will Ferrell and Amy, what's her name?
They'll do that again. Yeah, I remember.
Shannon,
they did
what's
that
her name?
at the Rose Parade. Yep.
Oh, that'd be good.
And then I don't know. I'll probably go see.
Are you gonna have any Thanksgiving dinner with anyone? With any family?
Yeah. Oh, I have plenty offers. And then I went to the Queen movie, and I think I'm gonna go again.
You did go? How did you like it?
Loved it. Yeah, it's great. Oh, Freddie Mercury.
All right, sounds good.
Such a talent.
Yep. They had the thing where he gets AIDS and all that stuff, or it was almost.
Yeah, they did. They talked to him. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to ignore.
So they die.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah. All right, well, cool. I would like to see that sometime. So, all right, well, I am going to be going to San Diego.
Oh, you're going to San Diego again? That's great.
I'll
take the train?
Take the train on Wednesday afternoon, and going to have it with a homie, another bachelor, and we're going to have a good old Thanksgiving.
That's great.
With no kids and no old ladies, Oh. Help me out with the potatoes and blah, 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 and you get a little drunk with the wine and get a little saucy.
And taking the train from LA to San Diego is about 100 times faster than trying to use the freeways Wednesday.
Well, it feels like it because you're moving. There's no.
But can you imagine?
There's no traffic on the railways.
Get there, trying to drive there.
Oh, it'd take like 4 hours for sure.
It would be impossible. Yeah.
Especially on a Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
Might as well start skateboarding down the beach.
And then on Friday, by the way, the day after Thanksgiving, Iowa plays Nebraska on national TV at 9 in the morning, so I'll be watching.
But you're going to be at a musical?
No, I'm going Wednesday. I'm going to go at the Amundsen. When you're on the train, I'll be downtown seeing Dear Evan Hansen. And then I think next Sunday I have a musical somewhere or something.
All right.
Yeah. Something.
Live sports and live musicals.
Oh, I love it. That's the best.
Gene's all about that live moment.
Yeah, love going
live.
Yeah,
just like the live podcast.
Yeah.
Just like it.
Yeah.
All right, so for said Gene Steichen.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Gobble, gobble.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
My name is Chris Stotts. It's been the Midwest Sports Show, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Wow, that's a great trip here.